Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine a world without screens, without books, without writing. There's only a campfire, the roaring sound of the Aegean Sea, and a single voice rising into the night sky. That voice belongs to a ghost, a man who may have been blind, or perhaps a man who never existed at all. We call him Homer. Regarded as the father of Western literature, Homer stands as a colossal figure at the dawn of history. Born, if he was born, sometime in the 8th century BCE, his life is a tapestry woven from shadows and myths. 7 different cities, including Chios, Smyrna, and Eos, fight for the honor of being his birthplace, but the truth remains buried under the sands of time. Historians have speculated for centuries. Was he a solitary genius traveling the ancient world, gathering whispers and turning them into legends? Or is Homer simply a name given to a collective tradition of many poets? This is the Homeric Question that still haunts the halls of academia today. Among all the myths, one image persists most vividly: the blind bard. History paints him as a man robbed of his physical sight, yet gifted with a divine inner vision. It is a powerful paradox. The man who could not see the world was the one who described it more vividly than anyone else in history. This blindness symbolizes profound wisdom. It suggests that true sight comes not from the eyes, but from the soul. Whether truth or fiction, this legend has become inseparable from his name. And what did this inner eye see? It saw the rage of Achilles. The Iliad, one of the most famous epic poems in human history. Set during the final weeks of the 10-year siege of Troy, it is not merely a story of war. It is a study of human suffering, of glory, and the terrible cost of pride. Through Homer's verses, we hear the clash of bronze, we feel the dust of the battlefield, and we witness the tragic fate that binds both victor and vanquished. He showed us that in war, there are no true winners, only survivors and ghosts. Its influence extends far beyond the battlefield, shaping our very concepts of leadership, honor, and mortality. But if the Iliad is the story of destruction, his second masterpiece, the Odyssey, is the epic of survival. Here, the drums of war fade, replaced by the crashing waves of a perilous sea. It tells the tale of Odysseus, the cunning hero, and his agonizing 10-year journey to return home to Ithaca. Unlike the brute force of the battlefield, the Odyssey is an adventure into the unknown: mythical creatures, the wrath of Poseidon, the song of the sirens, and the allure of forgetting one's past. It touches on a universal theme that resonates with every human being: the yearning for home. Translated into more than 50 languages, it reminds us that life itself is an odyssey, a journey filled with monsters and miracles. However, we must remember something crucial. Homer did not write these words, he sang them. These epics were born from an oral tradition passed down by bards who recited them from memory. Imagine the skill required to memorize over 15,000 lines of verse. To aid in this impossible task, Homer used a hypnotic rhythm, the dactylic hexameter, and repetitive epithets like the wine-dark sea or swift-footed Achilles. This was not just poetry, it was a living performance designed to be heard, not read. It was the cinema of the ancient world. Centuries have turned into millennia, empires have risen and crumbled to dust, yet Homer remains. His works became the cornerstone of education for the Greeks, the Romans, and eventually the entire Western world. Virgil, Shakespeare, James Joyce, and modern cinema all owe a debt to the blind poet. Today, translated into more than 100 languages, his voice continues to echo through time. Why? Because Homer didn't just write about Greeks and Trojans, he wrote about us. He captured the complexities of human nature, our anger, our love, our fear, and our endless resilience. Homer's identity may forever remain a mystery, but his legacy is as clear as day.
As long as humans tell stories, the voice of the blind bard will never truly fall silent.